Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic end to your weekend. Before we jump back into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting us a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you're interested in joining our community and playing in any of our games, you can do so through our Patreon, which is listed down in the description below. Alrighty then. Give us that recap, Lily.
Forgot I was muted. Last time on Cross Country Tour, the party was in the middle of an epic battle over the high seas in the ice seas, where they proceeded to kill just about everyone on the ship, except one guy who hid in the basement of the ship, named Mikhail, who was their contact. After confirming with him that the job was done and that the package was successfully acquired in a giant chest that Gunther would have to carry, Lily and Miriam took a look around and looted some stuff. Some incense, a spyglass, which was nice because they're expensive, some nautical maps, which they probably won't need, but you never know, a mystery dagger, some candles, some navigator's tools, but more importantly, and probably most importantly, some smut books she found in the captain's quarters. As the party was making their way back, it seemed that the magical communications alarm that the mage on the ship had wasn't contacting the people in town, and thus the security was drastically increased. Thinking quickly, Gunther, carrying the chest, transformed into a dog, which merges it with his current form, because magic. And then Lily, with her taking out one of her devices, made him an invisible dog. And luckily, with the not so obvious people there, we bypassed the trouble with the guards, especially since they seemed to be on the lookout for Gunther after he had thoroughly punished a guard for insulting his mother. After that, they made their way back to their teleportation circle, where they impressed the captain with the fact that they did do that second job, all in the span of a single day after bringing in the assassin, and were paid handsomely with 600 PP, or platinum pieces for those that don't know. Spending it to acquire any information they need or want. The party then prepared for the ball that Clover was so excited to go to. And the party then began making their various preparations for it, whether it was tailoring suits or items and whatnot.
Righty then. So, the party has spent their day luckily impressing the captain and gaining access to a very lovely array of benefits that only people of the most refined nature can afford and have in this environment. As you all are grouping together with one another, the captain walks out from the captain's quarters and looks at you all inside of the warehouse, dressed to the nines, looking as fancy and well put together as all of you can possibly muster. Who would like to describe what they look like first? All right, fine. Toshi, you're going first.
Okay. So Tulsha is currently in a very long and elegant black dress that goes down with past her legs, so there's a little bit of a trail behind her, so she's going to have to carry it a bit before she gets to the proper environment. The sleeves go down and end in frills by the wrist, and there's an additional piece that goes down and wraps around the fingers, covering the top and underside of her hand. While they're around her neck, the collar goes up a bit to encompass her neck as well. Looking like this dress hides all of her visible scales. The only thing that's clearly still visible is her eyes. There are bits of like gold filigree on the shoulders and chest with very subtle like red highlights in the form of like just small streaks throughout the dress. Her hair is done up still fairly normal as how it is, but it definitely looks like it's gotten a recent recoloring, so it is more vibrant and pops more. Her necklace is still on, as well as her bracelet.
Alrighty. As you walk over dressed like this, walking out with the other companion of yours that is getting this put together, Jean or John, which are you right now? And describe what you look like.
Sure. Jean is dressed up, similar dress to what she had yesterday, cut a bit shorter with more of a lace trim around the shoulders and sides of the outfit. She's got a small blue sapphire just right where the navel's cut down in the dress, and I would say the hair, even though short, she has a band of like silk kind of wrapped around a pearl headband that's resting atop it.
Very modest. Now, Gunther.
All right. So Gunther looks slightly awkward, but he's dressed up rather nicely anyway. He's wearing some form of black tunic that's got some puffy arms on the side. The fashion itself might be a little bit outdated, but he got this refitted by the captain, or rather the tailor. He's also got some fur, fur sort of trimmings that come down from the shoulders and go on the front of his chest, and it's sort of made out to be like a long jacket almost that trails behind him a little bit, yeah, he looks sort of stately, but not overly so.
Nice. And now, Miriam walking out.
You see a Goliath in a long black trench coat, black gloves, black shoes, all shiny, in a pin strip suit, black tie, and wearing his hat.
Black everything. All black. Like it. Very gothic.
It
I know
fits his
a shop you
gray
can check
skin
out.
tone.
I know a shop you can check out in Uther, and they'll love you there. And Lily walking out, accompanied by your brother.
Lily is very much in a similar style to Tolsha, with their frills on the edges of the dress and sleeves that go to the end. However, it's towards the back. There's like her tail is freely like out, and the dress part itself is kind of like that ballroom dress where it's not hugging her legs. It's got the little cage thing. I don't know what those are called. And
It's the reason why all the dresses look like they're out 20 feet.
yeah, that one.
Oh, you have a poofer. Yeah, that's what we're calling it, a poofer.
Okay, poofers.
It poofs your dress. Poofer.
Yeah, and she's got a variety of I'm not like simple jewelry, but enough to make her look fancier, as well as she's actually wearing some makeup to help accentuate her features. Lastly, she is still wearing she's wearing the Oni cloak, but she currently has it in a disguise where it's a cape that is a light blue cape, and on the back is a golden insignia that she's been using as her signature for her works. Oh, and I should probably say that the colors for her dress are various blues and blues, whites, silvers, and then it's all accentuated by gold.
Very nice. And last, and hopefully not least, Clover.
So Clover's going to be coming in. I'll post a photo for you guys in the PC pics, but she's going to have a peach, like a kind of a peach colored dress on that has, I want to say 3 layers. It's frilled at the top and then at the bottom as well. It's kind of like Lily's, where it's pushed out or at the bottom, like more towards 16th, 17th century, like ball gowns type thing. And then on her head, she has 5 row. Yeah, a poofer, I guess. And on her head.
In this universe, it's called a poofer.
Yeah. It's definitely not a crinoline.
No, it's not. I'm not. It's not Coraline. It's a poofer. Continue.
She has 5 roses on her head that have that are yellowish and white, and then coming from that, there's like a veil that kind of goes over her eye, just stops at nose to eye level. It's you can see through it. It's transparent, but it's going to be in a whitish color. I know the photo I had is black in the thing, but they didn't have it in what I was looking for, so I was like, okay, this is gonna have to do. But it goes over her eyes, so it makes it a little harder to see her eyes. So if you want to give her disadvantage on perception checks, you can, but it's supposed to be transparent.
If I was that evil, everybody wearing a poofer would have disadvantage on all physical ability checks, including breathing.
Well, good thing she's not doing much.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not that mean. Only if you're wearing heels, then it's a disadvantage on athletics and acrobatics checks. But if you succeed, everybody is impressed. So, you all walk out, and you see the captain standing there in his very thin, suited, long black base with these red ivory gothic trimmings all around its suit. The cuff stops just short of the shirt that is underneath it, a very bold reddish color that complements his slightly green complexion strangely well, brightening up the atmosphere of it. You see on his cufflinks, he has what looks to be a pirate skull and crossbones on either one. Each look to be made out of platinum, and the eyes inside are filled with diamonds, tiny little diamonds, making up the composition of the eyes. He has no tie on, just an open front button to be slightly more provocative and suggestive, and is currently holding a cane in his hand that all of you with a passive of 16 or higher take note. The eyes of the skull to the cane look to have some type of button inside of them. Well, I have to say you all dress up very well for the event.
Thank you. Is it meant to be so tight? I feel like I can't move in this thing.
That is how they see you more clearly. You can either embrace the tightness and flaunt it, as he gestures himself, or you can look uncomfortable.
Well, I feel uncomfortable. Well,
That, my dear boy, he throws his arm over your shoulder, is how all of us feel. And he starts strutting while walking.
I look confused over at the others, and I thought you were supposed to be comfortable at parties. Is this some sort of prank?
Hmm.
You look good, Gunther.
Thank you. You too. You look very beautiful tonight, Clover. And
Thank
you two, ladies. Well, I suppose the guys too.
I do suggest all of you pick a partner to go to this event with. It is not the type where single people are usually seen at, or people who are available are seen at. Clover, I understand your discomfort with that portion of the party, but I have already written down that I will be your chaperone. Make it easier.
Well, okay.
Okay.
So, everybody, choose a buddy.
Wait a minute, we're still odd ones out then.
Yeah. Quickly, choose your buddies.
Choose Lily.
Tulsa.
Yes. Gunther and Miriam, go.
Or Gene John. Like, it's,
Yeah, I
is
go over
Gene
to
taking
Gene.
John? Just, how good are you at hiding? Can you be two people at once? Like,
Just like Two-Face, but only whenever someone's talking, you only show that one side of your face, and then quickly, like
how the hell
when they
is...
turn.
Uh-oh, your food's there. Alrighty, so we have Tosha, Lily, we have Gunther and Miriam. Gene John is... Well, you're
No,
going to
I
have to...
I said I went
wait,
over
what?
to
What?
Gene.
Okay, so Gene, Gunther, and Miriam.
The giant
Just
Goliath
like-
will enter alone.
Just like the first dance you went to at the Lyceum, where your halfling friend remembered you from.
Yep, I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, or sorry, charisma saving throw, Miriam.
Oh, why charisma?
Because pressure.
That's a 1.
You're getting a little sweaty. Your palms are... You don't
Should
even
not
know
have worn leather
why.
Gloves.
Knees weak, palms,
Palms are
sweaty.
very sweaty.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yes.
Bobbing on his sweater already. Mom's
Yeah,
spaghetti.
the only reason it's a 1 is because I'm wearing the wig.
Nice. You are wearing the wig.
Yep, a Goliath with blonde wig and a hat.
Alright. Yes. That cultural appropriation? We're not crossing that bridge. Anyways, you all begin wandering down the city streets, moving your way over into the Lustrious Ward, where you see all of the magnificent houses are all around the area. You see the beautiful arrays of gardens, and gardeners seem to all be absent right now, and most of the homes seem to be darker on the higher levels without any illumination, but the lower levels still lights on, which is a little odd for this time. And after walking through the ward for about 20 minutes or so, you start seeing groups and clusters of the noble class wandering over towards this unknown estate to all of you except Clover and the captain. As people are moving, you see everybody is dressed as glorifically as everybody in your party. People are adorned in their nicest, most expensive items and dress wear, and there are soldiers everywhere, Crown's guards, elite Crown's guards, all over the location, dressed in their finest uniforms, as well as their armament, just for safety and protection. As you are moving through on the streets, is there anything you would like to discuss before you get to the event?
looks like the Emperor wasn't assassinated.
Just bring that up as we're walking down the street.
Emperor. Just,
Just walking down the street in the heart of the capital.
Well, I mean, wasn't that like something they said would still happen anyways? I mean, that helped.
Maybe we shouldn't say that so loud.
I guess. I mean,
By the way, do you know if I'm allowed to bring the soup spoon I got?
Don't believe so. I left most of my stuff at the quarters.
Right.
clear weapons are not permitted inside of this event, but that spoon does not appear to be a weapon. I think if you can use it as a personal conversation piece, may be reasonable.
Yeah. I just say I like to have my own spoon.
Let me know.
Because
I
I'm
have,
quirky
5
like
different
that.
focuses.
Yes, you will be very quirky.
Right.
As he says that, you see a man walking down the street with 6 corgis on a leash, each of them wearing a bow tie, and the man dressed for this event as well.
What's wrong with those dogs? They're so short.
One of them looks at you. Charisma saving throw, Gunther.
Uh-oh. Let me see here. Oh.
19. As it looks up at you with these beautiful, very soft, kind eyes. You almost felt compelled to gush over it, but you managed to maintain yourself.
They are cute though. Just we don't have dogs like that where I'm from.
They are a breed of dog that are meant for comfort, relaxation, and companionship more than hunting or anything else. They are bred to be cute and playful, and nursery dogs.
I see. Well, look very nice. Can I pet it?
You walk over to the man. He's like, "Ah, of course, no problem."
Oh,
And that same one walks directly up at you and just stares at you in the eyes.
Oh, you are a cute little boy, aren't you? Yeah. You're not a
Gunther,
bear,
you
though.
understand it when it says, "I know."
Well, I could. Now you're not so cute anymore.
Starts glaring at you, turns and starts walking. The man follows.
Look at the rest of the group. So they might look cute, but those dogs, they're kind of arrogant. No. They have a high perception of themselves. That is never good. You should always have a bad perception of yourself. That makes you a better person.
Alrighty. So, as you all are having this conversation of how to look upon yourself with Gunther, what are you rolling?
Intelligence save after that.
Oh.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. You end up outside of in a state that doesn't exactly suit the location all of you were standing at. Where you previously were, you were headed over towards the Tangles, or sorry, not the Tangles, heading over closer towards the Academy grounds. But somehow you've managed to walk around the Shimmer Ward, and you are now inside of the Candles. You look around, and the security out here is far more impressive. You see mages aligned with all of the soldiers that were previously seen lining the streets. You see these tiny little globial lights moving around in these static locations, illuminating the entire area, and there are these huge towers all around you, each one distinct in its own way, but still monolithic. And up until now, since you've been in the Shimmer Ward, you haven't really seen most of these towers, like even on the far stretches of your vision. And you approach over towards a home with no hedges, but arcane runic markings etched into the cobbled road out front of it, with this dazzling, beautiful golden archway that has a constant shimmer of what appears to be tiny little stars just statically sitting there. You see a courtyard in front of you with these large tree-based animals that are twisting and moving, posing differently as you are moving. And you see all of these tiny little ethereal birds flying around, illuminating the area as well as people are walking up this cobbled road. Everybody who can read Zemnian can read the name of this estate, which is labeled the Estate of Uladan. Jean and Gunther and Clover would know that is Athesius Uladan, one of the members of the Cerberus Assembly.
Is this an Archmage's house?
Yes.
Fuck!
What? Did you say that out loud?
Miriam doesn't know who that is.
No. Gunther can't
No.
read it, so he doesn't know either.
Well, this party is fucked. The captain will smile at all of you as you are walking up the cobbled road, and walking underneath the archway, it pulses out a little detection of magic for all of you, which does shine on the items that you have brought with you. The captain looks over at some of the items, and you see his cufflinks are magical, his cane is magical, and there's something magical in his mouth, hidden underneath his lip. Things that Clover has already noticed, of course. Do not worry, so long as you are not bringing anything that is deemed a threat with you. You are fine.
Get my hands.
Your bare
Really?
hands.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm
Really
sorry,
kinda-
it's a softball.
Lily shuffles a little bit nervously because she did bring a dagger strapped to her leg, Joey. Just, protection for a
Is it
young
a
lady.
magical dagger?
Yes.
Oh, then immediately a Crown's Guard would appear beside you.
The soup spoon is magical
No.
as well.
Yes, but that is not in the shape of a dagger.
Ah, true.
It looks like a soup spoon, not a maul. It's
It is clearly like strapped to her leg under the dress, so it's not like something she could easily get out. It's like once again like last resort, like protection.
the guard walks over to you. Ma'am, you're required to not allow anyone in with any arms at their disposal. Looks down at it's literally a visible detect magic to all in the shape of the object that is magical.
So be it.
And Lily will fight her dress a little to get to the dagger. And then,
You hand it to the guard.
yeah. And to be
We'll
clear,
take it.
Joey, the dagger itself is not usually magical, but Lily did infuse it before this, so that's why.
Okay, that's fair. He takes the dagger and will hold it in his hands. Upon leaving, I will give it back to you. Or if there is an estate you would like me to send this to, I'd be happy to send it there immediately. The captain will chime up. You can send that to my estate. I will be sure that she gets it back. If we do not retrieve it at the end of the night. He looks at you for confirmation, Lily.
Lily will nod
Very
begrudgingly.
enjoys the event. And nobody else brought a weapon hidden on them that is magical, correct?
Just my divine focus that
Yeah.
does the anchor and chain appear on Miriam?
What?
The anchor and chain
No,
for
that's
the
in
boat.
his bag.
That's
No, the
fused to my
anchor is a
person.
physical thing he always has. It's usually kept away in the bag of holding and then he pulls it out. It's when he
Okay.
wields it, it appears.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the dice are also in the bag of holding. Probably safe not to keep those on me right now.
The guard will look at your maul, Gunther, or your spoon, Gunther.
Hmm?
May I see that?
Sure, it's a soup spoon.
The big
what a
soup
big
spoon.
mouth you have. That's-
Thank you. It's so I can eat better.
like swings it around once and out. Incredible conversation piece you have, sir.
Oh,
And hands
thank
it
you
back
ver-
to you.
Thank you very much. Would you like a cruncher? I have another conversation piece here, and I pull out the little tissue and create.
I am.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
And I
What
just
do you
create like a quick chip. This one is beef and onion paste.
Those are either really bad or really good. He looks at it and goes, I am currently on duty, sir. I am not at liberty to try these.
He just eat it anyways.
he checked. He checked.
It's good, yeah.
I believe the chef of the estate would be very proud to have that recipe, sir.
Well, maybe I will sell it for a fortune.
Maybe. And you notice he doesn't bat an eye when you bring that up. Seconds left. Gene, that was not all whispered, but yes.
Okay, I just want to let you know what's inside the ring.
Sounds good to me. Alrighty. You all walk over the courtyard and you see the dazzling lights everywhere, and there's all manners of different guards outside, as well as many of the people waiting to be allowed inside of the estate. You see right now the courtyard and the open field and grounds are open to everybody who is an attendant here. And as you all are moving through as attendants, you see that there's already these clusters of groups gathering together, these small little predetermined posses that don't seem terribly welcoming to anybody else. And Marion, your hands get increasingly more sweaty. You all are here.
Oh wait, I think I have
at the
something for that.
Uladon.
I will prestidigitation,
Yeah.
make sure my hands are not sweaty.
Oh, you start casting magic on the Archmage's grounds.
No,
Perfect.
no, I'm not that stupid.
You're right, but you don't know this is the Archmage's grounds. I'll say roll a d2. 1, you do it. 2, you don't. Fair?
All right. Let me.
You were serious about it until I reminded you. You were.
Yep.
You cast prestidigitation, cleaning off your palms, and as you do that, you see that there's a reddish glow from the birds circling above you, and a couple of the individuals, the guards' attentions shift over to you immediately, Mirian, but seeing you cast that spell, they just allow you to go about your business.
But immediately your palms are already sweaty again.
Damn it! I didn't even
This is a
drink any
fancy
water.
place. It's a fancy place. I'm sure a lot of people have prestidigitation gloves.
After you do that, one of the guests wanders up to you, Mirian, a slender human man who has a slightly more tanned complexion than most people who are native to this area. As he wanders over to you, he looks up at you, Mirian, and goes, I see we have another academic here. Pleasure. May I ask who you are?
Being so damn careful not to get into this exact situation. I'm fucking up right in the worst possible place. We never went over cover names, did we?
Nope. Not that I know, at least.
Are me and Jean there?
All of you are within proximity.
That's my brother. He's learning. I'm a student at the academy. I taught him a basic spell, just to help clean the house.
Deception check, please, Clover. Your brother. I apologize. I don't seem to know who you are either.
I'm here. I'm just a friend of Theseus. I'm gonna use my deception.
Dropping the name.
13. Oof. We're gonna add 2d4 to that.
And Lily will go ahead and just quick flash of genius.
This person has a +2. So you're at 17.
Flash of
Genius succeeds. Sing! You too are a friend of the host of the event. That is very interesting. I actually came all the way here to discuss a few diplomatic matters with him myself, so if there is a moment tonight where either of you, looks at you, Miriam, looks at Clover, are capable of having a conversation with me and he, please invite me over.
Does this guy seem familiar? Would I have read about him in school?
Who, the person right in front of you?
Yes.
Or Theseus?
Both, actually.
Roll me a history check.
So at this point,
A
here,
dirty
Joey, Lily would have asked the captain, who is the host of this party anyways?
So, history check. This individual, you have not heard their name just yet, but they are about to reveal it to you, so I'll just type it out. My name is Finland Toll. I'm just here to discuss a few political matters that should be of interest to the Empire and myself. You've never heard of this person, but Theseus, you immediately look over at Clover as you make the connection. That's one of the archmages, the one who's in charge of diplomatic policies.
Oh, is he now?
Yes.
Just-
Lily, as you ask that, Theseus Uladan is the hostess of this party.
Can I send
Lily,
a picture
history
of
check
him
to see
there?
if you know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm just giving
yeah.
Clover a look.
Yeah, and I just kind of I would find this funny if it was true. Is there a picture of Theseus right behind Miriam. He just didn't see it.
You're not inside yet. You're still outside, but there is one
Oh.
of those grass statues that are moving in the shape of him.
Yeah, Lily like gestures to that as she just kind of asks for the confirmation. And you said history, right?
Yes. Ooh, yeah. Yep, you know who that guy is. Actually, he's one of the only archmages who ever leaves the Empire completely and who has been actively to the Lyceum to deal with diplomatic issues with the Lyceum in the past. He is somebody who is known across the entire world because he is the representative of diplomacy within the Empire. He's the
Lily,
figurehead that leaves, not the figurehead that stays, the king.
Lily will, seeing the statue, is like, oh yeah, I saw him that one time from a distance. Like, we'll gesture to the statue for Miriam to turn around and see it.
But it's a pleasure talking. It is a pleasure talking to you all. Finland nods and bows away from the two of you.
We'll politely bow back because I have not said a single word to the man.
Ooh, that was close.
Immediately go to Clover. This is an archmage's estate.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting all you guys to come. I just needed to talk to him for like 2 minutes.
Lily will also approach Clover.
Friends of the host?
Not really. It's a long story, but family knew him.
One we can't wait to hear.
I wish you would have brought this up literally any time before we walked onto the grounds.
That it's his house, or that he was an archmage.
Yes.
Either.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't really think it was that important. And I didn't expect everyone to be coming with. I'm surprised you guys wanted to come to this party.
Hey, do you guys know how they get the grass so short here?
They cut it.
Cut it, like with a scissor.
I mean, if anything, I'd be more surprised with how much greener it is on this side than the other side, see?
Is it green or? You're right, actually.
When she points it out, yeah, it is way more greener on this side.
Can we just
Go
see
over
like
there? But now it's green on that side. This is magical grass.
Always greener. Yes, it is always greener on the other side.
That is reminds me of something my mother said once.
Don't
The
eat
scratch.
the grass.
What?
Don't eat the grass.
Well, yeah, she said that too, but no, she said, one scratch is never enough. There's always another itch.
That is surprisingly profound.
Yeah, I know. My
Nice.
mother is she's a smart woman.
She sounds like the alpha of the family.
Well, no, the alpha, no, like maybe sometimes,
As the event is transpiring, I would like a perception check from the two people not engaged in any conversation so far, Tolsha and Jean.
a crit?
No guidance, because that is casting a visible spell, and it would
Yeah.
immediately be alerted to everybody on the grounds.
Yeah, no guidance. I just forgot to unclick it.
John, there's a couple of ladies and a couple of men that seem to be watching your group, mostly towards Miriam, and Gunther as well. That's all you really notice. Tosha, you notice the same thing about the individuals that are watching the two of them. And you also notice that from the balcony attached to this tower right beside you, there is an individual leaning over the windowsill, looking down and at your group. It's the same individual you saw yesterday as you were leaving the Shimmer Ward.
I don't know if that's real or not. either.
I don't know either. It could be an entire different place and other adventures.
Let's be honest. Mary can be nowhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
And you would never know.
Just looking around the crowd and like kind of see the person and just kind of like subtle nod of just like, I see you looking.
They tilt their head at you in confusion.
Nothing else. Just acknowledging.
Well then, as you all are outside, you hear the bellowing sounds of horns from out front. Loud, sharp, very middle tone. And as that happens, you hear from around the corner, "The estate is now available. Sorry for the delay, everybody. The Archmage will be joining you all shortly at this event. Please, come inside." As he gestures, you see many of the alert birds around you start moving over towards the door and flying into the estate. Still leaving quite a few out here. They seem to be patrolling. And as they go inside and start maneuvering around, you see the crowd begins moving in that direction as well.
Well, Gunther just heads along, looking at the statues and the different forest. No, not flowers. I mean, and, yeah. Just looking somewhat impressed by the whole place.
By the way, Joey, since now the estate's getting open and people are coming in, when Lily gets to Tosha's side, can she kind of like, not like obviously look around, but look around to see amongst these people who is people of interest kind of thing?
You're just looking for people. I mean,
like who stands out?
People of interest.
Other than us.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Roll me a perception check.
That shouldn't be at advantage, but
what are the odds indeed? Well, as you all are approaching, you walk up the stairs, being pushed somewhat towards the back, as you see the incredible inside of this estate. The large hair-based statues that are sitting around the area, accenting the room and giving off a slight glow from themselves to the entire all-encompassing location. You see beautiful foliage that looks foreign to this territory, completely foreign to Gunther, that is lining the outskirts of the wall, and this incredible ballroom with these tiled floors that look almost like a chessboard. Anybody proficient in any game tools would realize. The security here is immense right now, and there's quite a few individuals that look to be interesting, intriguing, Lily, but none of them particularly stand out like any of you do. As you begin walking through the area, the captain, he's supposed to be with you all. Now, I understand standing out is a bit unfortunate, but you just have to deal with it at these type of events. let it be your motivation. The captain looks around the location. And begins walking down towards the main ballroom floor.
Do we notice this person?
Oh yeah, easily. Vesteragna, wearing a slim blue dress, goes all the way down to her ankles with very visible flats, not heels on, but still amplifying herself and her appearance within the area. She seems to be relaxing with a flute of champagne in her hand, and as all of you are walking, you see hors d'oeuvres and different varieties of fine drinks being brought around by the waitstaff.
Gunther's just looking around. Oh, this is a big room.
Gunther, when you go down those stairs, they're gonna announce who you are if you go down the middle. So just tell the crier there to the side. She's gonna point at the Crown's Guard over there. Tell them your title, and they'll say it as you go down.
Oh no.
Okay. Well, can I go down one of the other stairs instead?
Yes, if you don't want to be announced.
Okay, well, I don't need to. I just go over and nod at the Crown's Guard and follow after the captain, I suppose.
I kind of
This is
drag
subverted.
Lily down the other set, not pulling her away from the main. I'm like, no,
Just,
no.
I need to oppose athletics between the two of you. Just
Okay. I'm going for it. I suck at it, but I'm going for it.
You win!
Oh, wow.
6. Lily, as you approach over there, one of the Crown's Guards looks at you and requests your name as she's like holding onto your hand, but you just slip out of it as you keep walking.
If anything,
Your name,
she's holding on
please.
to my tail at the end of it.
Name and title, please.
Joey, I don't know what the title Lily would have had before, backstory stuff. But that title,
Lady.
Lady Larun Delris, hailing from Nicodranus.
Hailing from Nicodranus, Lady Larun Laris. See a couple of individuals look over at you curiously, and Vesteragna takes note of you as well as you walk down and sees and takes note of seeing you previously and gives you a respectful nod.
Gunther stops in the stairs,
Varian?
looking over at Lily and just.
Going to go around and avoid being seen by Vesteragna.
I changed my mind. I go
Stealth
back up
check.
the stairs.
Stealth check.
Reconvene with Lily at the bottom. Like,
Yeah, use my session inspiration on this.
Sure.
I do not want to catch her attention. Natural 20.
Hey.
Nice.
22.
Ooh, 22. Okay, let's keep track of what that is because they could still see you.
lady.
But you managed to slip away. And as
Not
you
gonna
are
lie.
approaching Gunther, name and title, please.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Va-
Name and title, please.
Ja, Walter von Brunswald. Big warrior. I mean, esteemed warrior. Yeah.
The esteemed warrior, Gunther von Brunsat.
I said Walter von Brunswald.
Walter von Brunsat.
I thought you were supposed to be good at your job. No.
It's my
I'm
first
wondering
day.
what that actually means.
Not gonna lie, if this wasn't a serious enough situation for Lily, she would have fully gone like Bart Simpson prank calling a Mo from The Simpsons on this crier.
I was half expecting you to like announcing, like stepping back and forth on the stage.
I should have done that. Just and then just like do it in a way so it sounds like he's DJing or having a stroke.
Yeah.
That was a bit underwhelming. I thought it would be more. What?
Gene, are you walking one of the sideways or one of the primary ways?
Trying to keep tags on both Miriam to ensure he's not in danger, and Clover to see what purpose there was for coming here. So I'm juggling those two. I'll probably fail at one or the other, but that's his current goal.
As of now, the two of them are sticking close to the same side. So that's easy enough. They do not pay him enough. So after the announcement, you get a couple of individuals looking at you, Gunther, and one of them, this man down here, who's wearing a very foreign, this woman down here, wearing a very foreign headpiece and dress that has, it might be her natural hair, or it might be tassels designed in the shape of hair. It's kind of hard to tell from across the room. Who's just watching you walk after your announcement, just curiously.
I just nod at her. Is she an actual dwarf, or does it just look like?
They have dwarven characteristics.
Right. Okay.
Maybe a 3/4ling.
Did you have to go down the main stairs? I asked Lily.
Absolutely.
Just pinch my brow.
If we're gonna dress all nice and noble like, it's imperative that we make sure everyone knows it.
Yes, I know. But sometimes that just draws too many eyes.
I mean, it certainly would have drawn more eyes had I laid out my perfectly planned jokes on that crier. Oh man, I feel like I'm a wolf and he's a lamb, and I'm hungry to mess with him.
I'm glad you didn't, but it would have been funny to see. As I'm like sticking close to Lily like the entire time.
The captain will stay within proximity of Clover, as he did note that he is your chaperone at this event.
I wonder when the host is gonna come down. That's what she's gonna say to him.
As you say that, as if Lady Luck herself was listening, you watch from the back doors walks out a man that looks surprisingly underdressed for the event, followed by two more individuals that look completely out of place here. You see a man with very well-trimmed hair, beard, well-designed mustache, and nails that look properly kept and handled on him. Clearly a manicured. Walking out from the back walls with this long robe that sits on top of a very exotic looking suit, also with no tie on it. As he is walking out, he is holding onto in his hands a cane that has the symbol of an owl imbued into the top of it. Not an owl itself, just a flat plaque with an owl as he is walking, and he's accompanied by two individuals that really stand out. Two dragonborns with no tails walk on either side of him as he is moving, and he shakes their hands as one of the criers from across the room bellows out, "And our host joins us, Athesius Uladan, the Archmage of Diplomacy." And the entire room begins applauding him.
Clap, 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 clap.
Clap.
Two
I look over at
diplomats
Jean.
walk.
Yeah. I look over at Jean and just, so So are we going to start playing now? You know?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Well, they call it a ball. I don't see any ball, but there is a court here. So what are we? I don't understand how we are playing.
Gunther, she just runs the back of her hand across his face and gives him a light tap. She smiles and points over to like a dish of hors d'oeuvres. You should probably get started over there, dear.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never been to anything like this before. So are we supposed to just stand around?
Eat food, talk to people.
Oh, okay.
No
well,
punching.
Oh. Well, if at all, like if they say anything bad, am I not allowed to punch them?
Here's a better example. Do you think you could fight all of the guards at once?
Yes, he could. You can't fight the wizards here, my friend. Just don't cause any trouble.
But I'm sure I could fight them. I just might not
You
survive.
could. You would lay them all out, I'm sure. But the people with the magic, those are the ones that are going to be causing trouble.
Well, yeah, I would just say I could probably fight. I just might not win. That is the point. But yeah, anyway, I will try not to punch anyone. Unless they really deserve it.
Portia, you see Lily is beginning to show the signs of a small panic attack.
Hey, Lily. It's all right. It's all right.
I didn't think there'd be dragonborns here.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. I'm holding your hand like you're fine. You're fine. Just take a deep breath, okay?
As you're standing there attempting to comfort her, Ves Duragna approaches over towards the two of you, standing directly in front of you, Lily, shielding your view from anything else. Laroon, was it?
Yes, lady. Dragna.
While under the house of any of the Archmages or the Shimmer Ward or the Empire itself, you will be treated respectfully, fairly, and protected by us.
Yes. Thank you, Lady Dragna. I just need a moment to breathe.
There's a balcony to the left. May I show you?
I would appreciate it. Thank you.
You will walk off in this direction, taking your arm and just walking with you. Tolsha, would you like to follow?
Yes, I'm staying with her. I'm still holding her hand to try and comfort her. Just like, it's all right. Just deep breaths. We've been through this.
Gunther, John, obviously. Both of you would notice the state Lily was in as she was being walked away by Vestaragna and Tolsha.
Correct. Do you know what's up? Look at. Go back to G.
Definitely looks different. I mean, she might be trying to play a trick on them. It's kind of hard to tell from across the room.
Maybe they are relatives, the other ones over there.
As much as I'd like to keep an eye on everybody, I've got bigger concerns at this time. You should
Sure.
probably go and make sure she's okay, just in case.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Tal'Dorei went with her, though, but I will go check just to be sure.
Marion, I forgot. You were watching Vesteragna to make sure you stay away from her, correct?
Yes.
And you're fully aware of that entire situation. Rock in a hard place.
Drama.
Damn it.
Do I stay or do I go?
I'm gonna get just close enough that I can keep an eye on them. So if I need to, I can react, but I won't get closer. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. You stay behind an indoor fern as they are outside on a balcony. The doors are still open, just allowing the wind to filter through, and you feel the frigid, cold wind of the higher position you were standing on, Lily and Tosha, whisking through and just pulsing through your outfits and your hair and your scales.
Just
Lady
holding on her.
Daragna gives you a little bit of privacy, staying a good 5 or 10 feet away, but she seems to be just being a solid presence.
Yeah, and Lily will kind of slightly fumble for the bag she has and pull out the pipe of smoke monsters, but she's just going to use it as a regular pipe for now, as she just kind of attempts to like do something to help settle her nerves, which is in this case smoking.
Oh, that's a bad habit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, your throat's already fucked. What else could?
Well, the lungs are still somewhat good.
As a Dragonborn, I think you're fairly resilient to smoking. Just
I mean, have you tried Dragonborn cuisine?
the two of you are seated there, and Bess seems to be just being the presence nearby, not hovering, not being overbearing, just present.
I apologize for the inconvenience, Lady Daragna. I'm much more poised and composed than this.
I know enough about the tensions and cultures of Dragonborn. It is fine. We just wish to not have events transpire in the public eye. I understand you may require some privacy in this matter. It is fine. But I assure you, in the Empire, in this household or any other, you are safe. They would not dare do anything.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Hey, are you okay over here? I saw you were a little bit out of sorts. Or what do you call it?
Yes, Walter, I just needed a moment to get some fresh air.
Well, okay. Well, I will go back then. Have a fun ball, or what you say. I have no idea what I'm doing here.
You as well, Walter. Try to enjoy yourself.
Right?
Just not too much.
And
Try
nod
the oysters.
as I- That sounds good. Yeah. Right. Turn around and walk over again.
Roll me a survival check. What the fuck is an oyster, and where do I get one?
Not nature. Or
I'll allow nature. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nature is worse, but I feel it'll be like
Sure.
17.
17. You start looking around and you're like, no, that doesn't look like something that would start with an O. Neither does that. Neither oyster that's almost like fishy, but not exactly a fish. If it was a fish, you probably would have heard of it. And then you see these tiny little shells that have this bit of mussel sitting on top of it, and the mussel has a couple of like small flakes of seasoning on top as well, and you're like, that might be an oyster.
I'll go over and get some. Or
The
is
individual,
that down
so-
here? Or is it...
We'll just it's generic location number 6. They're like right there.
Yeah, sure. enough.
So, are you interested in one?
These are oysters, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I will try one. Three.
That is by all means, sir.
All at once.
His tray has 9 total on it. 9.
What? Why are there so few of them? There's a lot of people here.
It is in order, sir.
And yeah, it's an order. I order 3.
Would you like the whole tray, sir?
Well, sure.
Oh.
Now you just make me feel bad.
Yeah.
I just want some. Okay, I will take
Go ahead,
one.
enjoy, sir. They are for the. It is for the guests, and you are a guest, sir. Please, I did not mean any disrespect.
Thank you. Okay, I take the tray then, and just go around with it, and just. It's good, yeah.
Meanwhile, I just have like a. I'll just like arm wrapped around Lily, just like. If. I know the situation is tense, but you know I'm here. You know that I'm at your side no matter what happens, right?
Yes. I'm just, as I said, I just needed to breathe a bit. I didn't expect there to be other Dragonborn here. Things happen.
Of course. We cannot always plan for the unexpected. We just need to keep going with the blows, as it were.
Yes, I just had not mentally prepared, but give me about 5 minutes and I will be perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Of course. I'm here the entire time. Just take all the time you need.
So, as you are taking your time to catch your breath, to situate yourself, eventually Vess has one of the guards wander in and whisper something to her. She will look back at the two of you. You will be perfectly fine while you are here. I will be back. But if you see me around the event, don't hesitate to wander or say hello.
Yes, I do right now.
Thank you very much, Lady Vesteragna.
Mirian, as you're hiding behind one of the ferns, she walks directly past you without noticing you.
I immediately go
Within
up and
2 or 3
go
feet.
comfort Lily. Are you all right?
Yeah, just, you know how it usually goes. I didn't really have you to hide behind this time, but that's part of, no, I just need a moment.
Put my hand on her back and like rub right where the scales where she really likes to calm herself down. I assume
Lily's
we
tail.
know that kind of shit about each other.
Yeah, probably. And at the same time, Lily's tail does a slight, like a doggy thump on the floor a little bit. At least the tip of it just.
Yeah, just I. They must be from ZODIAC Kitchen, right? Wouldn't they be there? That's the city where all the tailless Ravenites are located.
Good guess.
Well, before the night is over, I am going to go talk to them. For the sake of maintaining appearances, Marion, you shouldn't be nearby, but it'll be fine. I'll have Tulsha with me.
Yes, and if they try anything, I will stare them down. And do my best to make sure that I can try and scare them away. But are you sure you're all right?
Yes, yes, like I said, I just needed a moment to get my breath. I've got my thoughts in order. I know who I am. I am ready to figure out who they are.
I squat down to meet Lily's height. If you feel like you need to do this, I won't stop you.
I think I need to, because the only experience I've ever had, as you both know, is a very, very bad one. And I know that not all of them are like this. But I have to be sure.
Right. And no matter what happens, I doubt even they would want to cause a scene in front of the Crown's Guard and 2 archmages.
You're right, this isn't a place where they can do terrible things, but well, I've already announced my family name. Might as well see if maybe they might recognize it themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
To
And
be
with
fair-
that, oh, sorry.
Of course, and to be fair, they weren't in the room when you announced it, so if you do feel like you have second thoughts, you could easily just slip away and they would never know.
We'll see.
And with that, Lily will, she looks much more calm before, and she looks like she's got a little bit more mirth back as she uses the pipe of smoke monsters to make I think it's like, I can make a flump, where's the thing? I know I put it here. Oh. She puffs out a thing of smoke, and it looks like a flump, like a jellyfish thing.
So
All right.
you all of this happening at the start of the event. Clover, you've been watching the event unravel slowly, and you see Uladan is surrounded currently by a great number of individuals, diplomats, that are all trying their damnedest to gain favor from him, one way or another. And as they are trying to do all of this, you take note that Vesteragna is summoned, shows up beside Athesius, and whispers something to him before nodding in your direction, Clover. And that is where we're going to go on break, everybody. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this. And if you're interested in joining us in the future, you can do that through our Patreon. Link down in the description below. Where last we left off, the party had traveled all the way to the candles inside of the Shimmering Ward and found out the host of the event is actually a fucking archmage. After finding this out, some of the party members became a bit on edge, and others seemed to get even more excited about what is about to happen. Lily had been announced by a different name than she's given everybody else up until now, for reasons that not everybody is quite sure of yet. And after the archmage, Athesius Uladon, appeared, accompanied by 2 diplomats, presumably from Zarzeth Kitrul, that are also Dragonborns, she began to have a panic attack. Vesteragna came with her and Tolsha to try to calm her down and make sure that she is aware that you could not possibly be harmed at an event like this, and if somebody were to try, they would be signing a suicide for themselves. It is not something that you do at one of their events, especially with 2 archmages here. Now, after that, you did calm down a little bit after a little while and decided that you're going to try to engage with the individuals. But not before Clover, who had been keeping an eye on Uladan, took note that Ves was summoned, whispered something to him, and his attention was brought over towards you directly. That is exactly where we are picking up. Theseus hardens himself from the group and begins wandering towards you, Clover, directly.
She's gonna smile. Hello, sir. I'm Natalie Gale.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Gale.
Where do I begin? You sent my father on an expedition. I didn't know where he was going, but he never came back. I'm part of the backup team with Tulsha Mirik. Came down here to pick up where you left off. We just need to know where to go.
Deception check, please.
Flying fuck.
I'm gonna use the game inspiration on this one.
I'm gonna roll his insight. He has a +8 to this. Oh, and he is the Archmage of Diplomacy. He also has advantage on insight and persuasion rolls
23.
while speaking with fellow nobles.
Wow, natural 20.
What?
I can't luck point that, can I?
This is not enemies. This is literally what a diplomat's job is.
Oh, God.
That being said, you'd still beat his 20 with a 23.
No,
If this is the kind of roll that
I
needs a
said
number.
he has a +8.
Yeah, it was a +8.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, no.
I missed that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh.
This is
Hope
his
you have your
whole
D4s
job.
ready.
Oh, I hope everyone's got their papers ready.
Oh. I mean, she sort of told the truth.
Ms. Gale. Ms. Gale. The job that your father picked up, at my bequest, of course, was a fairly dangerous one. And I am fully aware of who the backup team is. And I would not be so foolish as to think that the missing child currently wanted would be a part of that.
She's just gonna sit there. But fine, I need to know where he is. I'd like to know
Why?
for closure. It's my father. He's what?
You're talking to a lawyer.
That is understandable. And I do feel for you. I do, I promise. It's just... you do not have the reputation your father does. I knew that when I came to him, he would be able to stay confidential in this matter. You, on the other hand, I've heard nothing except for, well, your appearance, getting a vagabond out of jail who was spreading rumors about a false god inside of our country, and of you dealing with a assassin against the crown, accompanied by a group of, well, intriguing individuals, to say the least.
I've been tracking this for 2 years, trying to figure out where he went.
And you have done a phenomenal job to narrow it down to me. I applaud you for that. But you are not exactly trustworthy yet. And that job already has a backup. If it's any solace to you, Nathan is alive.
Wait, then why hasn't he come back? Where is he?
And I cannot reveal these things to you. It is dangerous information that somebody who is not of at least his caliber cannot have.
That's why What about Tulsa? She's an archaeologist.
Who?
The archaeologist that came with me here.
Yes, I repeat, who?
We're saying everything.
Her name has not passed through my ears before I inquired about you and them. That does not bode well. I simply know of everybody of note in this realm. And even some of others. It's my job and duty. And until you all did a phenomenal job, by the way, I applaud you for that. I had never heard of her before.
She looks frustrated. She's not happy about this. What can I do to get this information, please?
If you really need to get there, gain a reputation that he would have. Find a way to prove that you are trustworthy, that you will listen to the people who employ you, regardless of any personal feelings. And prove your mettle. I'll hear of it, I promise. If you can do that, dear child, I would be more than happy to reveal some of these secrets that I have.
Okay. Thank you for your time, sir. She's gonna bow her
Please
head a
enjoy
bit,
the event
take a-
still.
Take a step. I mean, yeah, she's gonna curtsy and take a step back.
And do not fret, I have not talked to your godfather about you appearing in the city. Not today, at least. Probably tomorrow.
Thank you for that. I'm just gonna say.
He'll tip a flute in your direction and sip as he walks over towards a random couple who immediately start engaging with a fascinating conversation about their stories with him. So that entire interaction was observed by Jean and Gunther. And the captain, of course.
Gunther would probably not be paying that much attention to it. Just walking over and looking at the other people there and just giving nods. And I don't know if Jean took any of the clams or oysters he offered her.
No.
But okay, then there's 4 left. And he offers one to the guy next by the piano.
Are you sitting at the piano?
Yeah, I'm just walking
nod
over
at you.
there. You want some?
Takes one and
Yeah. What is this thing? I point at the piano, and I go and just like touch the tangents.
they smile at you and take their fingers and begin playing a melody across it very gently.
Interesting. Never seen any instrument like that before. It looks too heavy to travel around with, you know?
He gestures down to the bottom that has wheels.
Well, sure, but you can't have those in like a forest or anything.
Shakes his head no. And then he goes over to the body and lifts up the hood so you can see all of the strings and all of the intricate maneuvers on the inside, and he just starts tapping one of the keys, showing and demonstrating how it works.
Interesting. So it's actually a string instrument. Huh. Didn't look like it. I thought it was some sort of like big drum.
Smiles and nods at you.
Oh well. Have a good day. I'm Walter, by the way.
Nods, bows, and shows you his signet ring.
I look at it and obviously I'm like, okay.
No idea who the fuck this is. Yeah, that is just... And they go back to just enjoying themselves quietly over here.
Start heading south from there.
Everyone else? What are we doing?
I'm sticking by Lily's side. Through thick or thin, whatever happens.
Lily is muted.
They had it.
Yeah, Icebreaker went to the bathroom.
Oh. Buried in that over there. Okay, there we go. Well then, Clover, the next one taking in initiative. What are you doing?
Just standing next to this lady, you know. You kind of stand out here.
I beg your pardon.
Well, I mean, everyone seems to have like partners and things, or like, or talking to people, but you're just standing here staring at everyone.
Yes. Yes, I am more of an observer than I am a conversationalist. Show to the party to enjoy the festivities and allow my partner to connect with people.
I'm like that too. I'm an observer. You don't seem like the diplomatic type. You seem more like the aristocratic. So
Thank you.
Why come to a diplomat's party? Just for...
Again, my husband.
Just, oh, good on you to accompany him, I guess. Clover. I'm just gonna put up her hand.
She'll reach down, nod at you, shake your hand. Shit. Fuck you, map. I forgot to change that setting. Oh, no, I didn't. Just roll 20 crashed.
Quick, steal the
That's
magic
limited
item so he
memory
can't roll.
space. And I'm back in already, motherfucker. Click back on. My name is Natasha Gloomworm, previously known as the Princess Natasha Gloomworm of the Blooming Grove.
Gloomworm. Where's the Blooming Grove?
To the north, it is on the border between, well, it is right past the border of the Empire leading into, well, the Uthadornian territory.
Wow. It's a dash.
The Dash.
Down in the
Lovely.
south, I guess.
I actually prefer that location to this one. Slightly warmer, but still a little frigid. You have forests down there.
Yes.
Lovely forests. Oh, I always love forests.
I miss it a lot.
Well, I'm sure you're...
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sure you can just ask your parents to bring you back there. After these events, sure they grow tiresome and will escort you back.
Oh, I wish I could. My father's on the expedition right now. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Let's see if this works. Let's see if she knows anything.
Roll me an insight check.
Insight. Okay, public roll. Well, 11. That's about right. I'm gonna re-roll that using a luck point. $21.
She seems completely clueless as to what you are talking about. Expedition? Please, I have no idea what you... Do you mean the mines to the south? The platinum mines that just recently opened?
Oh, no. He's a archaeologist.
Oh.
Yeah, just...
Oh, I've met a... What did you say your name was again?
Natalie.
Natalie...
Gail.
Nathan's daughter.
Yes. You know him?
I've met him once.
Oh.
He spoke very highly of you.
Yeah. That's what everyone always tells me.
He came through the Blooming Grove. We have a bit of a situation with the Wildwood not really being hospitable for nature and things, and he wanted to investigate old ruins out there, and, well, he needed my family's permission. This was, must have been 10 years ago. You have grown up quite a bit since then.
Yeah, I was, they had me in school down in Zadash for a minute, but now I'm traveling abroad.
Your father was very helpful to me and my family, showing us a little light trick to be able to safeguard our crops from the encroaching foul woods. Thank you.
Of course.
When next you see him, you be sure to thank him for me.
Oh, I will. Also, do you know, since you said you observe people, do you know I'm trying to find that guy's name. What was it?
There's a lot.
Toll? Finland? Toll?
Wow. Mr. Toll. I believe he slipped away with my husband recently to have a conversation with him.
Oh, I was just trying to get, I don't know much about him, but he came up to me earlier and he was asking about Theseus, that's why.
Everyone is always asking about the Archmage. It's kind of a celebrity here in the Empire.
Yeah, I know. Surprised. It's crazy the turnout right now. I haven't been to a party like this. This is my second time ever being to one like this. Got to dress up though, and I really like the dress. Also, I like your dress.
Thank you. It's one of many gifts from many of my husband's business partners.
What's your husband's business, by the way?
Trade.
Trade? Oh.
Yes, he runs many different trade routes and goods and wares that different companies can't really afford to ship their own goods, so they utilize him. Has quite a few different shipping vessels across the coasts, even in the menagerie, and quite a few different companies outside of the Empire itself.
Got it. That's great. Anyways, I'm gonna go mingle with people. Is there somebody in particular you think I should talk to?
Honestly, she'll look over at you. People at these events are so dreary and boring.
That's what I'm starting to feel like.
But if you can find any curious folks, she gestures over at Gunther. They usually lighten up the place quite a bit.
Oh.
I've been observing him all night.
Yeah, I saw he had his title announced. I haven't seen somebody do that ever, actually, other than host.
Well, there was Laroon, of course.
She also
and
had a title.
Vesterogna previous to that.
Oh, I didn't get in when that was happening. I was still outside, I think.
I can tell you, enjoy the festivities while they last, and enjoy the nature of these events while you can. You never know when the last one that you enjoy will be.
Thank you. And she's gonna curtsy and step away.
Over to Lily, now that you are back. Lily, you have your posse of Miriam and Tosha. What are the three of y'all gonna do?
Yeah, I think now Lily's regained her nerves and she's gone back to fancy Lily, Laroon. And she's going to once again stride with that confidence and pep she had previously back into the I guess the ballroom, the dance floor, whatever you call it.
The dance floor. That's fine.
All right. And she's not gonna make like a beeline to the other Dragonborn, but she does want to make like some minor small talk with some of the people here, and as well as probably mess with them a little bit by sowing like rumors. Like, I heard that this person, like probably one of the people she previously talked to did this or that.
All right. Roll me a deception check.
Shit.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Oh, no, it's assist, so I need to roll a
13. Some of the diplomats seem to be playing along with this, and a few of them just oh, you're one of those, and just walks away.
I was debating whether this is important enough for me to want to use a flash of genius. But yeah, after as she's doing this not to be too like obvious, like going to them, but then eventually it would be she makes her way into their area, and see, I don't know what the best route to do that would be, but she would she gets in their area, and then that's when she would finally approach them with Tulsha.
Alrighty, so you go ahead, approach them. The two of them seem to be sitting by themselves, conversing, not really observing the rest of the event, not really caring about the rest of the event. They seem to be here just with a diplomatic purpose.
Quick question. So they're like sitting at a table and stuff?
No, they're just standing there
Oh,
on
you
the
said they were
balcony
okay.
or on a ledge looking down at the ballroom.
In that case, at one point, Lily will probably just kind of get to right here next to them and observe with them.
See anything of interest?
That is very... They look over at you. Nothing in particular.
What makes you say that? It's a party hosted by one of the archmages himself, though technically they must throw parties like this often due to diplomacy.
This is admittedly my first time coming to such a party, and I would have to say, unimpressed.
Fair enough. This, coincidentally, is also the first kind of party I've been to. In this sort of aspect.
They seem very closed off from conversing with you.
My apologies, I have not even introduced myself. My name is Larun Berlis. I hail from Nicodranus.
And as Lily says that, she is going to, can I do I was about to say sense motive, but it's the insight.
Yeah, go for it. Larun, pleasure. The first one seems to have no recollection of that name, nothing like triggers for them. The second one seems to kind of question you when you say that, like almost like inquisitively, like they recognize the name.
I certainly won't lie. I did not expect to see any other Dragonborn attending. If I had known, I would have dressed more appropriately.
Yes. Well, it's fine. You were only asked here last minute to attend such an event.
Well, another sense of coincidences. This was also a bit last minute for me and my companion. We came here at the behest of another.
Fascinating.
I have to say.
Does your family still have ties in Nicodranus?
Unfortunately, no. My family has fallen on some rather hard times after a grisly attack on our estate.
He turns and looks at you. Well, that is, I would say, very unfortunate. We are looking to expand the allyship of Zazith Kitrul with different powers. After the whole, leadership shift we had a year ago, we are now looking to branch outside of Xhorhas for influence and partners. It would be good if we had more notable families in Nicodranus. That would give us a more powerful leverage to be able to communicate our usefulness with them As of now, the only thing these Empire people seem to care about is coin.
Well, while my family may have fallen on hard times in regards to resources and material wealth, what we still have maintained through our hardship is something maybe just as, if not more important, our reputation.
That is good. I will send a care package to your family out there.
I would appreciate
See if-
it, but
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
See if we can't create a union between us.
That would be.
certainly a good thing. I've never been to Zozeth Kittrell, though. Tell me, is it as nice as I've read about?
Is it as what as you heard about?
Is it basically? Is it as nice as what I've read about?
Zozeth Kittrell started as just the remnants of Draconia. All of the inhabitants that survived the slaughters and frigid doom all made their way out there to survive themselves. And we have fortified it into quite a large, defensible domain and brought forth many of the Ravenite cultures with us.
I see, that is excellent. I would love to visit the city at some point, if I can find the time and get the funds to charter a ship.
So I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. If I
I
might
ask, would you happen to know someone by the name of Ruza?
Have a first name or a surname to that?
That's the only one you gave me, Joey.
Yep.
Ruza. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Ruza.
Okay.
No, I was not given a surname when he introduced himself to me. It was actually years ago that he did. But he...
And then Lily will, to the best of her ability, describe him. He
was black-scaled, held himself upright, but also had hands that were rough. They'd experienced work and labor.
And go on other details that she can remember.
Roll me a history check. With advantage.
Ooh, advantage.
$26. You describe this person immaculately. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Ruza. Yes, Ruza was outcast from Zozeth Kittrell a year ago.
A year ago?
Yes. He belonged to a order of influence of people who wanted to keep Zozeth Kittrell just to themselves, not stretch out to the rest of the world and, well, learn to become more powerful alongside it. They were challenged by our new leadership, and because they were given their lives at the end of the bout, they were exiled from Zozeth Kittrell.
Well, that is certainly the draconian way of doing things.
Some of our culture will never be lost, but it is imperative that we find a way to mingle with the rest of civilization so that all of us can progress. Correct?
Indeed, it is imperative that we adapt, evolve, and survive.
Oh, he's not
Just
intense. He's
sits
just
there.
he sounds that way.
This guy just sits there.
Oh, and after Lily says that?
Yeah, he just sits there.
Oh, okay.
We will send our care package, and we will see if there's a way that we can all prosper together.
Indeed, that'd be very much appreciated. Thank you.
And Joey, did they introduce themselves? Because I don't remember their names otherwise.
They did not introduce themselves.
Okay, in that case,
Yes, who do I have to thank for this?
I am Kanthin Za.
is this the second one? That was,
The first one that you've been talking to the whole time. The second one hasn't said a single word.
ah. But he's been listening in, right?
Yeah, he's sitting right there.
Yeah, while Lily's been having this conversation, and I understand if it's a disadvantage because it'd be hard to, can Lily try to ever so, when your eyes just slightly wander a little bit because, someone's obviously looking or staring at you or listening in, can Lily try to do an insight to see what he's his mood or what he's trying to, what's his deal?
Yeah.
God damn.
He seems to be observing the conversation almost like a in-training type of responsibility to everything. He's not really a set diplomat. He seems to be one that is learning how to be diplomatic with the outside world.
Ah. Cool.
As you would know, the culture here is completely different from Dragonborn culture. Agni Kai is a very common thing in Dragonborn culture.
Yeah, but I think I
See
can't
who the
think of
real
anything
nerds are
else
in the chat.
Lily would ask right now. So, yeah, Lily
Alrighty.
would then probably curtsy, but in the way that she was taught so many years ago during etiquette training and stuff.
Curtsy properly for once.
Yeah. Well, and also in the draconian way, which I don't really know if there is one, but I assume that for tailed dragonborn, it
is
has
a
something to do with their tail.
head bow. No, it was a head bow and raise.
Okay.
Very simple. Draconians are
Yeah.
not into wasted gestures. They're just long-winded sometimes. Or at least the tail
Fair
ones
enough.
are.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, Lily would do that bow and say,
I thank you for your time, and I hope you do enjoy the rest of the party.
You as well. Now, pan over to Jean. What have you been doing this whole time? Because I kind of lost you on the map. Where'd you go?
Oh, she's just at the top of the staircase, still sticking to what I said originally. So she's been observing Clover, seeing Miriam come back in with Lily. She's just been overseeing that conversation. So making sure nobody's in trouble. That's it.
All right. Well, good job, babysitter. You've been doing a phenomenal job. Now, for the sake of expedience with the session and the sanity of everybody involved, let's say that there's just a happenstance of a situation where all of you kind of just meet up.
Isn't this a strange happenstance of the day, where we all are off on our own at this party enjoying ourselves, and we're reunited?
Well, I saw you all sort of heading this direction, so I wanted to go speak to the dwarf woman over there, but they were busy with, what was her name? Yeah, you know, that girl over there. I pointed at Vesderogna.
Sorry, I don't mean to detract from what you're saying. Are you carrying 2 trays of oysters?
No, just one. You want one? There's only 3 left, as you can see.
I'm all right, thank you. I prefer other sorts of fish.
This is not fish. Fish, they swim. This thing can swim. I don't know what it is.
Water, though. I think.
What?
I don't know.
Well, it sounds sort of fishy, but I don't. It tastes good. Sort of. I mean, there are other things in water than just fish. I know, but it seems weird. It's like a rock with meat in it.
That sums up an oyster pretty well. Clover, since this was something you wanted to go to especially, did you get what you needed?
Not at all. She's gonna say she does not look very happy.
I see. What about you, Jean? I assume that with all these people here, one of them might know the person that you're looking for.
This wouldn't be the time or the setting to uncover that information.
Well, why you could go speak to the host? Maybe he's the handler.
I immediately walk away from the group as soon as he mentions the name.
I'm gonna smack Gunther on the back of the head and also walk in a different direction.
What?
Yes, he's certainly the party handler. And
And then Lily will probably.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
sitting next to Tolsha.
I meant the host. Yes, yeah, of course. Well, I will go over here then. Good luck, or something like that. Hey, do you guys
You
want
had somebody you wanted to
any
talk to?
oysters? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No.
You
I'm just
wander over.
taking the tray over there and just extending it towards them and just trying to.
All right, where are you? Ping?
Over here.
Okay, you wander over to Vesderogna, who's currently entertaining a group of diplomats, and 2 of them seem foreign. As you wander over, Vest looks over at you kind of annoyed, and the 2 guests that are from the location are like, what the hell is he talking about? And the questionably dwarven woman reaches over. Yeah, I'll give that shit a try. Pulls off one of them and...
Yeah, it's
Not bad.
no. Have you had them before? I'm just having the conversation straight across from the other ones, so they're like completely interrupted.
No, I have not.
No,
you,
I didn't.
You said
either.
you're a warrior.
Well, yes. Are you one?
Who
as
has
well?
granted you that title? Yes.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, anyone who can pick up a sword and fight is sort of a warrior, you know.
Earn the title of warrior through action. Battle.
Right. Well, of course, I have been in battle.
What ones?
Like what ones? I mean, Well, there was the Battle of the Broken Tabard, the Battle of the Shining Mug, and the Battle of what was that place again? It was called yes, the Crooked Crone.
I'm going to roll an insight for this individual with a -1 modifier. You trying to insult the name of warrior?
No. I mean, should I try to insult? I don't know. I don't know how these things.
Of the Great Veil, the Battle of the Seas. Those are notable battles where you earn the title of warrior.
Oh well, no, I haven't been in those kinds of big battles. I mean, I did fight a big tribe of orcs once outside in the near Deerstock.
What purpose?
Well, they had sort of been roaming around and they threatened the druids. Yeah. So we take care of them.
Roll me a persuasion roll. Let's see how, because that is not a lie. You did do that.
Yeah. I've closed my sheet apparently. There we go.
Well, don't do
Hey,
that.
Joey.
You need that.
Based off positioning on the map, Lily and Tulsha are close enough that we can overhear this dwarf lady really going at it with Gunther, right?
Sorry, I might not have made this clear. They are not being quiet. The entire room hears them. You get two loud people talking to one another in the middle of a quieted ball. Everyone hears.
All
13.
right.
Disrespectful titlings.
Oh, it's not.
Trying to steal the title of warrior. Is this what your country provides? No, it is not. And I do believe that this individual in particular has not earned the title of warrior within the empire, but has taken it upon themselves to have it.
So what do you call people who are fighting then? Do you not call them warriors?
People who fight for no purpose and fight for small gain. We call them ruffians.
Ruffians? Well, that sounds dumb.
Well, if you wish to insult this individual who claims the title of warrior, I recommend a challenge then.
Sure, I challenge you for your title of warrior.
Oh my fucking god! You cannot go one party without getting to a fight with someone.
Lily,
Have you met Gunther? Have you?
Hey, Joey, as this is announced, can Lily cast message to the crier? I'm assuming there's more than one crier, and there's be one near here where the host and everyone came through, right?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Yeah, message the crier and just be like, let
The rest of the guests know that there is going to be an ultimate brawl between the
so-called esteemed
esteemed warrior Walter and
the dwarf lady. I don't remember if her name was.
You don't
given or
know her
not.
name. No, you don't. You don't. You get a
And
reply
her.
in your head. You're not my boss.
did I stutter?
Anyways, Gunther, as you challenge the dwarven individual, everyone else seems to quiet and watch. And for the first time, the two diplomats from Kittrell are leaning forward, intrigued with the engagement happening here. And the dwarven individual shakes their head. I do not fight without a purpose. I fight only when it is mustered and needed. You, boy, if you wish to earn that title, I have a challenge for you.
I just challenge you. You can't just challenge back like that.
I am challenging you.
No, I'm challenging you.
How long
Wait,
is
so
the
what
word
I
just
spread
said.
from the premises?
Are you not willing to defend your title of warrior?
There is no merit in defending my title against someone with none. There's no honor in
Oh,
it.
so you have
If you
no
wish to
balls then.
fight me, of course not, I am a woman.
Well, I heard that dwarf women have, big
No.
Best
beards.
covers your mouth. Just in anticipation.
Lily kind of leans in forward because she saw where it was going and is just like, do it, say it. You see it on her face. It's just that, like,
Don't
that
say it,
say
not
it,
to
do
a
it.
dwarf. If you wish to challenge me, boy, I will give you an opportunity. I was just offered by Athesius Uladan a task for my clan to handle for payment here in the Empire.
Okay.
Uladan, send this lamb to the slaughter first, and if he succeeds, I will match your payment to him. And if he fails, I will do it free of charge.
So this is weird. I mean, I have nothing
Your
to
mouth
do with
is
your
still
clan
covered. She
or
hasn't let
any
you
other
talk yet.
any sort of. Can you move your hands, please? It's in the way.
Best withdraws their hand.
I mean, I have nothing to do with your clan or any other arrangements. I mean, I just came to offer you some of these meat rocks, and you say it's. I mean, you be so hostile and all that. It's not. I mean, you're the one who brought up not being a warrior, and now you're not willing to defend your honor.
Uladan walks over to you and places a hand on the in between your shoulder blades. Gunther. I think this has been just a really bad misunderstanding. You see, to them and their culture, it is customary that the title of warrior is the highest of rankings within their civilization. It is a ranking to them. You claiming the title for yourself, though you may be considered a warrior in your culture, is one that is beneath them and their culture in their visions. So, if you wish to have that title in the eyes of very noteworthy warriors, mind you, I am happy to take up this deal. I was planning on paying their tribe 5,000 gold, and if they are going to match it, that is 10,000 gold for you. And you would earn the title of warrior, not just by their people, but by ours. And then you'll have a chance to fight me.
Sure enough, if I can beat you and still earn some money, that's a win-win.
I will draw up the paperwork in the morning for you then.
Okay, well, sure.
He shakes your hand, Gunther.
I shake his hand as well.
Lily would like to approach, what was his name, Uladan, real quick, just ask a quick question. She's got a question that she.
Excuse me, Lord Uladan. I have a very quick question. About fighting for this sort of term. There's no happen chance where it's also a marriage kind of thing, right? Where if you win, you have the right to do that.
I've not explored the specifics of their culture and marriage quite yet. He looks over at the dwarven individual who just looks disgusted by the notion.
Well, I certainly
I
look forward to
don't believe
finding
so,
out the
though.
hard way then.
I think so. But this is fine. Gunther, you are welcome to bring up to 6 companions with you, as we
Oh,
were
Walter, it's
requesting
Walter.
for them to bring as well. Walter, I keep fucking it up because in front of my ears. Walter, we are for this type of a quest. You will need up to 6 companions total. You will be allowed to bring
Okay.
them with you, and come by the estate in the morning to discuss the specifics about it and finalize the paperwork.
Sure. I mean, I was hoping to have a fight here. It's a little bit boring, but I mean, okay, I can wait, I suppose.
Well,
Oh,
Walter,
smart.
if it
I thank you for not dirtying the floor.
Oh no, she's doing that by herself already.
God.
I give her a smirk and a wink, and then I just turn and walk away.
I'm raising her rage counter each time you just so you know. Like, that is
She's the next Volvic.
yeah.
Out of character, would you say she has a short fuse?
Ugh.
Hmm.
Well, hey, good news for us. We can pay for the info now when we win or we die.
Look at that, guys! Someone found a quest.
10,000 gold.
Lily will
bad.
quickly approach Walter. Wink.
Walter, if you would want to have a tumble with someone or something, and I should rephrase that. If you'd like to have a quick brawl with someone, I can bring out one of my devices, Misty.
Well, no, that would not be the same. You know, it doesn't give the same sort of relief, you know, that you get from punching someone in the face, especially someone who is obviously deserves it, even if she's a ballless bearded, no bearded, ballless woman.
So how long until we get an axe to the face?
Like
She wasn't allowed to bring her weapons in here. They frisked her.
was it for her? Was it like that situation where it's literally like 10 minutes of just taking off all these weapons that she brought?
What do you mean I can't bring this shit with me?
She lost like 100 pounds just from entering the place because the weapons.
Yeah.
Is there any other conversations people wish to have with anybody while they are here, or with one another, or anything people would like to do?
Clover wants to talk to the captain.
You wander over to the captain, who's still kind of relaxing by himself. Oh, good vibes in the background. There's my DMCA.
Sorry.
Yeah. We'll look over at you.
How much will it cost to know about the expedition that Zendengraf sent not Zendengraf, Uldon sent my father on?
There's a little bit of an issue with that request. I could gain that information, but I do not currently have it. And that would be crossing a line. Partnerships that I currently have that I am not comfortable crossing for just anybody. I believe that my friend Uladan has given you a fair deal for you to gain the information. I understand with age you are less knowledgeable about the rewards of patience, but I implore you, use it. Sounds like your friends are going to be able to make a name for yourselves here shortly.
Yeah, unless they get in a fight right now with those diplomats. Diplomats fighting.
Oh, I hear. And to try to fight one of the Na, that is either uneducated or unrivaled in bravery.
The first one.
Both.
What does Natasha's husband do?
Natasha?
Yes.
Oh, you were speaking of the Gloomworm family. He has businesses that do in shippings of rare items, exotic items, goods, all manners of different things as they are discovered. And he has associations with me in this regard as well.
That was where the veiled threat came in. Okay. You want to make a bet?
Natasha is not one to threaten.
Oh no, she
Bet.
had a veiled threat and something she said when I prodded what her husband did. But yes, do you want to make a bet?
What? Let's hear it.
Next person that comes down the stairs that has their name announced is gonna fall down the stairs.
What are you wagering?
I don't know. What do you want?
I like a captain's bet. 100 gold. Easy.
All right, deal. 100 gold.
Be aware that if you use any nefarious magics, you would be alerted by... He gestures at the flying birds in the sky that are just glowing lights.
Oh, I don't know how to use magic.
Of course you don't. Deception check on that, because he's suspicious, but he doesn't know.
Wait, well,
Wait, no,
well,
he
here-
knows you study at the academy. What? No, never mind.
Well, no, because here's the thing, because technically
What?
Clover can use magic, but maybe she doesn't know how she does it.
Sure, that's being deceptive. So,
Can be spelled
the moment
does.
I mean technically comes out of your mouth, that means you're being deceptive. He needs a nat 20. He didn't get it.
Okay. And do you think I would cheat? She's definitely cheating, by the way.
From someone as efficient as your group has been, I would expect nothing less.
Yes, I'm to just speed this up. She's gonna make the same bet with Natasha.
I am not very interested in betting.
But I thought you liked watching.
What is the
it.
wager? I love
Um,
observing, but
Anything really.
I don't really
Okay.
have money. Really, I
Oh.
don't have money.
We don't have to bet money.
Just bet?
Yeah. Ladies bet.
Sure. Ladies,
Okay.
bet. Fine.
And she's just walking down here.
Oh, you cheeky bitch.
And
Oh my God.
Clover is gonna be going up the stairs.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Called it. Called it.
Ah.
She's going down and she's gonna tell them to announce her name. Natalie
As you are
Gale.
stepping down the stairs, one of the Crown's Guard announces, hailing from Zadash, Natalie Gale.
And as I'm stepping, she's
I
gonna
need
trip on.
you to roll an acrobatics check as the captain's attempting to catch you before you fall.
Oh my God.
I suffer. He's
I'm
like,
rolling acrobatics for him as well. He has a +8 to this.
Oh,
Ooh, not good. Not good.
do it. Let's do it.
13, 15. As he reaches to catch you as you're falling, you manage to go down and stumble 3 of the stairs before he eventually catches your arm and just shakes his head.
That's
As
a
I
bet.
said, I would expect nothing less. And he'll shake your hand, sliding 100 coins into your, 10 platinum into your palm.
Thank you, sir. And what is my savior's name? I'm looking, saying that loudly.
Oh, you're a dick.
Oh, cheeky bitch.
Oh. Let's see if they announce it.
Okay, that was 5 brain, Wyatt. What the fuck?
No, dude, I had this planned for a minute.
And meanwhile, in the background,
Announcing-
there's these dissonances coming from the piano, where Gunther is just ham-fisted, just trying to make something of it.
The man beside you, still not speaking, is going to start like showing you notes and like patterns and trying to show you like educating you on how to do it. And as you ask that, one of the Crown's guards announces, Fleet Admiral to the Menagerie Coast, as well as to the High Army of the Crown's Guard, Charles Kingsley.
Are you fucking serious?
He
Thank you,
narrows his eyes in a very threatening manner at you.
Hey, she is a young girl. She's just asking
Very
innocently, of course.
Well, that's a
Thank you,
surprise.
Charles. I guess I should start mingling with the other guests now.
That was a big brain thing. Damn.
Yeah, that was a nice play.
Yeah, just way to piss off the one guy who was willing to give us work.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's
There's
both
his full
equally.
title.
I think he's equally angry as he is impressed.
I was gonna say Clover's kind of did that to impress a few people.
Joey, out of curiosity, what proficiency would like? I know piano is an instrument, but what would a check with it be?
Charisma.
Okay.
Not Dex.
Charisma.
You know what? I haven't done anything. Can I go over to the piano and attempt to play it? Because I actually
Sure.
do have. I have proficiency in piano.
No, I'm not finished with my ode in F minor.
And the mute pianist has no idea how you know what an F minor is, since he can't tell you. He's just been showing you. But yeah.
Well, it's a minor, as in someone who works in a mine.
So you're playing the key of the pickaxe. Got it.
I'm going to use session advantage.
It's
on
chopsticks.
this.
Ding, 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 ding. Go for it.
First
So
one
you
and
had session.
the second one. It doesn't let you roll with advantage for some reason.
Nice.
Just because I want
25.
to, and Lily's been sticking next to Tolsha, Lily's gonna help point out a couple things on the piano and give you a flash of genius.
29.
29. You begin playing a very beautiful medley that's filling the room with an emotional array of excitement as well as soothing and sorrow towards the end of it that ends up leaving everybody kind of paying attention to you as you've been doing this. And the professional pianist that was hired specifically to play at the event just slack-jawed.
Why aren't you working like this, Tulsa?
It was a hobby I picked up long ago. I haven't really had a chance to play a piano in quite some time.
Oh. Well, you're much better than that guy.
Please don't start another brawl.
I haven't started any balls. I tried, but it's not
Lily-
working.
He grabs
Joey, you
two
said he
flutes
was-
of champagne and just pounds them.
You said he was mute, right?
Yeah, he hasn't said literally anything.
Lily would like to try to sign to him. and just be like,
Using Dragonborn
don't-
sign language?
There's
No,
only
it's,
giant sign language.
yeah, no, she only knows the
Oh,
giant
using giant sign
language,
language.
the-
Yeah.
yeah, GSL. And just kind of like tell him, like, don't listen to him. You're good. He's just angry he didn't get to fight the dwarf lady.
He starts signing back to you. Honestly, I should have expected something like this from one of these events. I just like the money when they offered me to come here. It's hard finding work now that, the traveling orchestra can't do anything.
Signs back. That's too bad. It is nice to see someone who can sign.
Yes, it's very rare that I find someone who has this ability as well. I have been mute my whole life, so I learned one of the few languages that utilize hand gestures for communication, as well as my father, my mother, my brother. It's good that you do as well. I see the contraption around your neck. Is that typical for Dragonborns?
It's actually something I made myself, and if you're interested, I can, given some time, I can make something for you as well. It helps.
That to be able to communicate when others don't quite understand you.
That sounds very useful. What would something like that run me?
Oh shit. Yeah, I think Lily actually unconsciously signed that last part. But Joey, how much would something like this? Because Lily hadn't really considered that. Like,
It's a common magical item, so 100 gold max, 50 gold for you to craft it. You would need solid components to make a permanent one.
yeah, no, that's yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and roll what was the price I gave for creating magical items again before? It was like something 1d4 plus the 1d6. I don't know. I'm just gonna
The price is 50
roll.
gold to craft. It's 100 gold to sell typically for a common magic item.
Yeah, Lily will go back to signing. Usually it runs about 100 gold, but I could probably give you a discount if you'd like.
That wouldn't be necessary. I have plenty of money. 100 gold would be fine. Just whenever you have it constructed, do you mind bringing it over to one of the estates I'm staying at?
Of course. I'm Laroon Belris, by the way.
Pleasure to meet you, Laroon. My name
May I get your
is...
name? Oh, yeah.
My name is Lou Bachman. And he'll write down the address at his current address and hand it over to you. Oh, that's how you spell it. I apologize, Bob. Yeah.
Oh man, Lily is killing it at this ball. First she gets a care package. Now she gets a guy's address because phone numbers aren't a thing in fantasy.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Where's that care package gonna go? Her house burned down, didn't it?
Being sent to the estate.
Meanwhile, Gunther will walk up the side stairs and walk over towards the middle one before turning towards the crown guard, and just, excuse me, you know that half dwarf woman, or she? Do you remember her title? It was something like Nar.
Her name is Nar Zatir.
Okay, right, I got it. So I have to. There was a mistake earlier when I walked down the stair, so we have to do it again. So the name is Walter von Brunswald, esteemed warrior and defeater of gnarly shitter.
Oh, he's not dumb enough to do this, is he? I'm talking about the shouter.
I have to go on break, sir.
No,
and he
no,
just
no, you
walks
have to
out
do
the
this
front
now.
door.
He's like, I'm not paid enough for that.
No.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Fine, I will do it myself. And I start walking down.
oh god damn it. Hey,
As
Joey,
you
quick,
begin walking and announcing yourself, you watch as Theseus Uladan twists his fingers and casts silence centered on you.
Do the birds fly around him?
Oh yeah, all of the birds. Actually, no, none of the birds fly around him.
yeah, fair enough. Joey, while Walter is announcing himself in silence, Lily just has one last question for Lou. You didn't happen to get this assignment last minute, did you?
Yes, I did.
Interesting.
Oh, pleasure having a conversation with you.
With you as well.
Thank you for being so friendly.
Of course. We individuals with our handicap need to stick together.
I don't like that word. With our way of life. He smiles and then gives a deep bow towards you, gesturing before. Well, now that he's been shown up that bad, he can't perform, so he's just walking the fuck out.
By the way, she's single. Points to Tolsha.
That's nice. And he keeps leaving.
Can't talk.
Okay.
Yeah, he gestures. That's nice. And then keeps leaving.
Yeah, I guess. As he's walking away and stuff, it's just now Lily and Tolsha around the piano. Lily will sit next to Tolsha because Tolsha's playing, and she'll speak.
So, I think that Lady Duragna knew that I was going to be here.
And why do you believe that?
Well, Lou Bachman there was called in at the last minute, and of all the pianists, a mute one, that's, it seems like a coincidence, but what if, someone such as I met Lou and simply offered to make him a voice box for a small price, a pittance? And, well, there's a thing called reverse engineering, as the other term is.
That is quite clever if that is indeed the case.
But if anything, I'm just likely being paranoid.
A healthy paranoia is alright in the world we live in. One can never be too careful.
And at this point, Lily's helping out with the piano thing, just by those complicated things, but then there's that one person who just hits a single key at the right time. She's just doing that.
Starts teaching Lily how to play the piano. Just one key at a time.
So, anything else at the event, everybody?
Gunther will try again on this set of stairs.
At this point, you will have the Crown's Guard escorting you out, Gunther.
But I'm just trying to get myself announced. Is that not the regular?
Clover, I
That's
blame
the
you.
behest of the host of the event.
Right. Well, I wouldn't want to impose on his behest or whatever you call it. Right. Well, thank you for the oysters. I will find a funnier place to go.
As you're
Have a
walking out, you hear one of the guards who's currently on break with the crier outside. He goes, "Yeah, and it was like very salty, but like it had like a beefy taste to it. It's very strange, very good."
Oh, hey, you
As you're
want another one?
He looks
Did you
around.
walk out with a tray?
No,
Oh, it's
Oh,
the snack
right.
that he had.
Well, the clam tray, I would probably have set that down by the table or something. By the
Yeah.
piano, I mean.
Or like on the piano, like just.
Yeah, probably.
It's also a table.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I would take another one for sure. That was very good, very pleasing. How did you enjoy the event? This is the guy I was talking about.
Well, the event, it was very, I would say, uneventful. So, not very interesting. Do you guys know any places where there are any good bars here where you can get like really drunk and fight people? I want to punch someone.
Fighting is illegal unless you go to one of our dedicated sparring arenas or one of our fighting pits.
Well, I mean, like a little barroom fight is not a big deal, right?
It is illegal here. But if you are interested in going into pit fighting, I know of a couple of places that you might be able to make a living. There's plenty of drinking there, and people encourage you to fight and bet on you winning or losing.
So, are you like fighting with your armpits?
No, we throw you into a pit, and you and somebody else fight.
Well, I mean, sure, I could do that tonight. I don't have any other plans.
I can try to come by the guard station outside of the Shimmer Ward in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll be able to set you up with a fight.
Oh, but I want to punch someone tonight.
I apologize, sir, but everything is structured here.
Tell you what, I will give you 10 more crunches if you let me punch you right now.
Deal.
Okay.
Oh God.
He like looks at the other guy. Easy bet, right? Roll to hit.
Oh Jesus.
14. He's not moving, so like I'll say you hit him, but 5 bludgeon just. Oh,
that felt good. Yeah.
that was hard. You're built like a fucking bear.
Thank you. You will have. I will give you 20 instead.
Thank you. It has to chew.
Well, sorry, I can't fix that. Well, I can, but
You're not
no, we had a deal. So I start making 20 crunchers for him.
Yep. And he'll take them and just as he's eating them, not sharing with the other guy. Anyways, back inside. Everybody, anything else you all wish to do while you are here? Or are you ready to have the ball come to a close?
Lily does want at some point try to impress Vestaragno by discussing arcane runes and sigils and stuff, but I'm good with just rolling for it instead of taking more time.
Yes. Roll me a Arcana check. Let's see if you can impress her with your knowledge.
I'm gonna flash a genius that just,
That's your last flash, right? That's 4?
No, I got one more.
4.
I haven't
This is
used.
the third one.
I've. Yeah, it's the third.
Mark down 3 already. I don't know. Okay. So that is a 23.
Yes.
She seems to think that you are very knowledgeable in magic and seems to take note that you have some amount of formal training involved with you as well. What academy did you study at?
There it
Sorry.
is.
No, I'm trying to think actually. Well, actually, oh, sorry. Whoops.
Now you're muted.
You muted yourself by accident, Icebreaker. Like with your voice changer app.
Yeah, we can't hear you at all if you're saying anything. We'll give you a minute. Heard something for a second. I think your app
can you hear
crashed.
me?
Just talk normal. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
we can hear
it closed, and then I didn't realize it because I thought it was the Zoom that was muted. No, yeah, Lily was thinking, and she's going to. Actually, I'm gonna quickly look up his name. Where was it? Oh, here it is. Actually,
A lot of what I learned this from, at least the application process, I learned from a man who I treat as my uncle of sorts. Uncle Schmimothy Marblegut. Or just Uncle Schmidt for short.
That is quite impressive that you learn so much from just speaking with an uncle. Very good job.
Well, he is a smith of sorts, and he likes to apply this sort of stuff to his work.
Fascinating. Schmidt the Smith.
it's Schmidt. So, I'll copy paste his name.
Sure. And did
'Cause it's,
anybody else have anything else they wish to do?
Clover has one last thing she has to do. I'll try to keep this quick as
All
possible.
right.
Just gonna talk to Natasha one last time. Bet to bet because I won, and I seem to have pissed off and impressed somebody.
That comes with the territory.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to leave town soon. Again. You said my
Well,
father helped you out a few years back. Can you
Yes.
do me a favor on his behalf?
I suppose.
Everyone knows that Theseus doesn't really get along with Zended and Graf. I was hoping I'd see him at the party, but I guess he wouldn't come down here. Is there any chance you can introduce me to him?
I can send letter to him and see if he is available. Probably. I can have my husband send letter to him as well.
Please do that for me. I would appreciate that.
Of course. Of course.
Pleasure meeting you, Natasha. I hope to come by you again. If you ever need some help or need somebody to do odd jobs, very good at those. Or if you need company on the road heading north, I might be heading that way. So maybe our paths will cross again.
Very well. Of course.
Curtsy and start dancing off out of here.
Alrighty. Then, if everybody else is happy here, you all party for the night as long as you desire, and then take out to the streets. Walking
How's the
home with
captain
one
feel?
another. Oh, the captain's not leaving with all of you.
Not surprising.
But you all take off to the road, having privacy once again as you are walking down the road. Late at night or early in the morning, it's kind of hard to tell. Anything you all wish to discuss with everything that just happened? Now that you have privacy.
The Admiral. Wow.
That's certainly better than the captain. But that being said, Gunther,
What?
you could not help but pick a fight with a dwarven lady.
No, well, she picked a fight with me. I just came to give her some those meat rocks.
Eat rocks.
And I mean, yes, and then afterwards you continued to do things antagonistically. And I'm not, don't get me wrong, it's hard to change my tone with this voice changer. I'm not angry. In fact, it was the entertainment of the night.
Well, good. Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, it was really boring. I tried to everyone was being so what do you call it, so stiff and weird. And I mean, she was the one who disrespected me first. So if she will not show me respect, I will not show her any respect as well. So that's why I'm going to beat her instead.
Well, I mean, be careful though. I was talking with.
Shit, what was his name? The Uladon? Atheist.
Athesius Uladon.
I was
Speaking with Uladon, Lord Uladon, and he did say that a part of their culture was when they were beaten in battle by someone of the opposite gender, that it's a marriage rite, and you're instantly married.
Oh, really? Oh shit, I may have to back out. I don't want to marry that gnarly thing.
Lily is like holding back the laughter. Barely.
Wait a minute. Are you?
Oh, I'm completely serious. So serious.
I'm not so. I'm not so sure. No, you're having too much fun. You're laughing.
No, that's just the voice. I need to readjust.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Well, if I have to marry her, then fine. I can still just leave, right? That's what. I mean.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Well, the good news is somehow your shenanigans have gotten us a job that can pay for the rest of the information.
Yes.
Somehow. To what gods their eyes are on you, I know not, but geez.
It's the bear god, obviously.
Jean or
Joe,
John.
is there a bear god?
Religion check.
Seven.
Not that you know of. Clover, technically, there's a god of everything. Bullshit, yeah, there is a bear god. Well, more appropriately, the god of bugbears, but, close enough.
Sort of, not really.
There are gods for everything, Gunther.
Of course. That's why I
Like-
said it.
Like there could be a god for something random, like drying clothes or mail or something.
But that would be a weak god. Unless, or do you mean chainmail?
No, I meant like the postal service.
Oh.
And I don't know. I've always gotten every one of my letters. I use the postal service regularly.
Somehow, like a miracle, it works.
Sometimes I have been. People have said to me that I have gone postal, but I have no idea what that means. What do you? So how is that? Some sort of like you order people to beat up others, or how do you work? How does it work? The postal.
So
service?
Well, you give somebody a letter and then it's out of your control, and you just hope it gets there. So I think they mean out of your control.
Right. Well, I don't know how to write letters, so that's. Can you send like voicemail?
I don't know. That's magic. I don't really know too much magic other than healing.
Well, I mean, if you can like pay someone to rehearse, or remember a message and you tell them to go say it.
You know, I think there is actually one for the post. What was it? William.
Willie's not a god. He is a very unfortunate person. Willie works for the Plato Postal Service.
Apparently, they just show up at random times with letters from like future or past. It's weird.
That's a fairy tale, by the way. Just told to children at night. You know? To creep them out.
I don't know.
It's a horror story because one day maybe you'll be the next postal boy.
Funny that played Natalie because friggin' Nathan's the one that made Willie the way he is.
Everything's connected.
Yes.
Everything's connected.
John,
I mean, if we are trying to do this thing with the dwarves, that is fine. But I want to go after because the captain, he told me my family was not that far away. Yesterday was it? It was, yeah. So I want to go find them soon, But I could probably wait a little bit, but so long as it doesn't take too long,
Right. Who knows? I might have us heading out that way.
John, you've been a bit quiet. What do you think about all this? Gunther did manage to get us a job to pay and find the information on the one we're looking for.
Right. Money is definitely good to have alternative avenues of acquiring it. So as long as we manage to prove its success there, I'm sure that'll help us greatly. Very good work, Gunther.
Thank you. It wasn't really my intention, but I'll take it.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, John, since the situations like that is where you like to work, I guess as a hypnotist, did you find out anything interesting?
Oh, I think I'm the only person tonight that found everything they were looking for.
So
Ominous.
you found the handler?
No. And we mustn't speak of that name anymore going forward, Gunther.
No.
That's
Good. Let's think of a word. What is that? What is a fun word that you like? A noun, an object, a thing.
Are you asking me or John?
Yes, you Gunther.
Well, I mean, well, I like many things.
What's the top of your list?
Ale, bears, punching.
All right. So from now on, whenever you want to say handler, instead, why don't you say ale?
Well, that can get confusing.
Yeah, but if even if you're wrong, that means that someone will tell you where to find the nearest ale, right?
Or you could
That
just
is so smart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to offer the alternate idea of meat rock.
Right, well, yeah, meat rocks. I mean, they were good, but they're not that good. I mean,
No, he's saying use beat rock as the word.
yeah. I mean, but I wouldn't say that they are on my favorites. If that was what we were going for.
That's fair. That's fair.
John, by the way, I whispered something to you in Roll20.
Miriam, how are you feeling? I know that you kind of went in there on your own, and it was just like prom again. And I was looking around for
different grades.
And I was looking around for any single noble ladies, but all of them were too pompous for me to want to send them your way. And that are married, but I mean, that second one's an iffy when they're, you know.
I mean, you could have tried your luck with Lady Vesnaragda.
Considering that she's already met me as a simple-minded child, I think that would be a bad idea, which is why I was being scarce the whole night.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I was surprised when Clover said you were like sisters or brothers. I mean, siblings, because you don't look anything alike.
Oh no, that was the story we gave her last time. I didn't want to change it.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lily and Miriam, you don't look anything alike either, but your brothers, I guess. Well, sisters. I mean, siblings. So,
If any...
No, sorry. Go ahead, Gunther.
So I was talking to one of the Crown's Guard earlier. He said there was some place where you could go to fight in pits, and I thought maybe I should try it out. But well, if we're doing this thing, then maybe I can do that some other times. And he said it's illegal to punch in the city. Ugh. I mean,
yes, it's illegal in most places to punch in a city.
Well, I mean, no.
Gunther, how do you think you got that bounty on your head?
Well, that was only from that, that whiny noble boy who got his big boy pants scrunched up.
But did you punch him?
Yeah, of course.
Were you in a city?
Well, I wouldn't call it a city. It was more like a town. But I mean, I didn't even know about the bounty until, they told me over by that arch urologist.
Right. Well, shall we go find our place to rest for the night?
That sounds good.
Yeah. I think we should probably get out of town soon, guys. Maybe go after Gunther's parents or something.
Oh yes, for sure. We should get out of town.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to come along for that. I'm just going to meet up with my family. Although we do have some women in the clan, Miriam, that are your size. Maybe they will. Maybe you can find a good woman there.
Why is everyone trying to hook Marion up?
That's what I want to know.
Hey. Why
I'm
isn't
just following after Lily's cue on it?
Yeah. Why isn't everyone trying to hook Marion up? And I mean that as in the NPCs too.
You're a good-looking guy. You're tall, dark, handsome. Well, pale and handsome. You're super smart. There's a lot to offer there.
Yeah, why don't you have any kids or settle down yet?
Didn't you graduate from college already?
I mean,
you
Marion,
should be a doctor by now.
Yeah.
I mean, one day Marion's gonna raise a family.
Yeah. From
the dead. Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
I was hoping someone would catch that.
And on that stellar note, everybody, we will end the session. When we come back again in 2 weeks, because we don't have a session next week because of the holiday, you all will find out about this job if you all wish to actually take it, but Gunther kind of, or he'll be called a bitch, has to do it. So, yeah. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.